I didn't relate to the circumstances and the people around me and their view of what life was.
He was doing things over in England that I admired, you know, that cold environment, that hardcore approach, you know, the grungy, tore off sweatshirts, just, you know, sweat dripping with the old school headbands around, the old equipment, half of it's tore up. You look at those pictures and you're like, man, if this guy's doing this and he's creating that body with this tells you what kind of spirit, what kind of thought process he's going through, you know, because he's going to make it work.
What I had was my feet firmly on the ground, training in this dungeon, which is what got me to that place. Mr. Olympia should be a standout. It's like not a little bit better than the other guys, standout. It's almost like I kind of knew deep inside what the destiny was and what I had to do.
He was just there, that hard stature of a man that you wanted to say, wow, you know what, this guy is so hard, it's like a rock.
Brought a whole new standard of hardness and freakiness.
The shadow, you can't break it.
It's got to be somebody, and I don't think anyone's training harder than me. And I always had that inside of me, like, I don't think anyone could have done any more. So that gives you a lot of strength.
Blood and guts is just to the level where no one's willing to go. I mean, that's what it's about. Turn the body inside out, no matter what it takes.
Something inside me, I've got to do this, and every day I've got to give 100% on that day of what I can do.
You know, not only have I got the genetics for the sport, I'm also training efficiently, so I'm able to progress all the time.
He wasn't going to stop. He was a train.
Of hardcore muscle from England, the reigning Mr. Olympia, Dorian Yates.
And every time you saw him, he was just blowing up, getting bigger and bigger. He took the game to another whole new level with that back.
I prefer that people didn't know anything, so I'd just be like an enigma that they would be kind of in the back of their mind.
And just train there and nobody knows what's going on, and I'm working day in, day out all year round to improve my physique, and then I can pop up and everybody's going to be saying, wow, what happened to this guy, you know, because they haven't seen me all year, so they're going to see the improvement.
You start getting comfortable, start getting relaxed, and then you get some hungry, nasty guy from the ghetto coming up, and I wanted to stay. Mentally, I was still there.
That's my competition, you know, trying to better last year's model.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning Mr. Olympia, Dorian Yates.
He trained to be that way, and he trained so hard, heavy, and intense. His conditioning, he was second to none.
It's like this thing, when people train, everyone thinks they train hard, doing it top notch, they're intense. They have no idea what intensity is about.
The guys say that to me. They say, you know, we went the extra mile because we were chasing you all the time. But we know that you're just pushing all the time, so we got to keep pushing. We got the shadow looming over us. It was all business, and we can't take him out. And he told me that. He said I couldn't stand too near to you because it was like almost like a force field. Dorian Yates went on stage with an absolute feeling of indestructibility because I knew I'd done the work, and people could feel that, you know.
I remember he walked out on stage, and as soon as he walked out on stage and stopped and turned, I'm like, this is over. He was so far ahead of everybody.
has a heart of a lion. And I doubt if anybody trained harder than this guy.
Well, I'm just taking it 1 year at a time, and as long as I'm motivated and I continue to improve and I'm enjoying the sport, then I'll every year I've improved, I made improvements, I got better.
Front and back lat spread. I mean, even if I was out of shape, nobody could come close on those two poses. Nobody.
to Dorian Yates.